Hey guys, M12 Warthog here. We are doing maybe our third or fourth Purple Wristband event. I didn't record the last few. Well, actually I did. They just didn't save properly because it froze whenever I tried to end the game capture software. I kept clicking the end recording, but it said click it to start recording, and the little timer thing, which is at like 25 seconds now, is like, yeah, we're still recording, but the time isn't going up. I don't know what happened, but long story short, it's recorded it, but it didn't save it, so I don't know what's going on with that stuff. With the Game Capture HD software. Anyway, we are starting the race.
I guess there's no point telling us who you are when you're about to go out of the competition and all.
And so pretty much that, we got a D-type Jag, an old car, I know, but we upgraded to S-Class and used it in a Purple Wristband event, and we got another one that we did, and both those were, barn finds. We haven't lost a race. We didn't have to restart on any of them, but I do think we did pretty good for using the D-type Jag, which I thought wasn't going to do that well. I was a bit skeptical because I didn't drive a car like that. It was open top, but it was kind of cool because my guy had he had an awesome looking helmet, race helmet on for his protection, I guess. But I guess you probably would wear that whenever you're racing, even if the car is an open top, I would imagine. I mean, I can't see it now inside the windows of this car, but I would imagine that would be the case for the safety of not just me, but all the other racers, assuming that they would have to follow the same rule of safety as well. Okay, that was actually not a bad turn there. So, I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm getting closer and closer to first in popularity levels. I'm at 64 right now. And I feel like sooner or later, we're going to get there. I've been skeptical this whole time, thinking, you know, I'll try. Maybe I'll have to start over again if I don't make it. But you wanna know what? We're at the Purple Wristband, and we're too far now. There is no going back. We are going for it all. And if that means wrecking everyone else in every single race, whether I have to restart or not, then that's what I'm gonna have to do. Okay. So far, this Bugatti, which is a great vehicle, by the way, is getting me ahead of people. Not that far ahead, though. Ooh, that was bad. I meant to hit the brake, not the handbrake. Oh my god. Or the emergency brake. Oh, that was bad. That sort of killed my gap in between, Grant, I think, is the guy in second. I'm trying to read, but I'm also trying to race at the same time. Whatever his name is, it's on screen. That guy is, close behind. Okay, maybe not so much. I don't see him on the mini-map. Nope, and I don't see him there either. Maybe he crashed into something? If he did, I hope he's okay. Okay! So far... Oh, he caught up very quickly. That is not good. Don't catch up past me. You can catch up in doing all the catch-up you want as long as you are behind me until I get past the finish line, then we're fine. Other than that, then I'm fine. If you do anything other than that, just stay behind me till I cross the finish line. and we'll be fine. That's all you need to do. Woo! So, some interesting stuff has come up, and if any of you guys have seen me in some of the chats that I talk on Twitch when I'm watching streamers or other people, who know a lot about computers, you would know that I've been thinking about buying my own not buying a computer, but maybe building one, and getting into that kind of stuff. To me, there was one point where I didn't think that would even be a possibility. Like, that seemed too complicated. In my first laptop, which I recorded, which I think at least my first 300 videos were recorded on, was on a computer that had an i7 dual-core, 1TB hard drive, 12 gigs of DDR3L RAM, and it had no GPU. The one I'm on now has 8 gigs of DDR3L, but it's a little bit more expensive because it has a 960M graphics card in it, but it also has a 1TB hard drive, so I could have gone with 16 gigs, but I don't think I'm going to use that much, and there's no way we could have gotten 16, let alone 12, and still be in a decent price range. But I did watch an interesting video on where I should go if I want to recycle that stuff, and I still have it in a bag that's like over across on the other side of my room if I ever want to disable it. So I have the saved part list on PC Part Picker and all that stuff, and I've decided that I'm going to take stuff off the list as I get them and so forth. But I definitely don't want to buy something and have it sit around for a while. I'd rather have it brand new. That way I can sort of say that most of the crap that I have, the life should... That way I can say that, oh, I didn't get... Because I don't mind upgrading stuff on my computer. It's just that for my first one, I want to sort of get it at the same time. Well, more particularly the drives. Because just leaving them sitting around on a shelf actually is not a good idea for SSDs, because it's more effective of the SSDs than it is the hard drives. Pretty much I just want to get certain parts together, or wait until I have everything else before I buy them, because just having them sit around is not going to really help it that much for certain parts, let's just put it that way. Because maybe not all of you will understand exactly what all this means, but for me, it's gonna be sort of like... But for me, I'm gonna be able to make better videos on here. Especially seeing as I'm running a quad-core 4th gen i7. But, you know, actually looking into it, it's... I think I can actually do some of this stuff, like I feel pretty confident in my ability to do it, although I didn't do it before I don't think I would have been able to do it, but it's really getting to the point where, like, in the course of 6 months, I was like, okay, let's just see if I can buy one. Let's see if I can make it cheaper than this, because this seems way too expensive. And then I go, and I'm like, installing that's easy. Doing this is easy. And I'm like, why don't I just build the whole thing? And I just took the lead. We've been going back and forth between first place. I am not sure I'm going to pull ahead with this, but that's pretty much what's going to happen. Not sure how long that's going to be before I buy that. I'm also sort of considering looking for jobs in preparing and building computer stuff. So yeah, I finished first place. A great way to start off a video.
Okay, you keep on surprising me. Pleasantly surprising me, that is.
Okay. So we got 210 points. Nope. And I've literally got, like, more than half of the races. Yeah, sure, why not? More than half of the points required for, the next gold wristband was done through, is done through the, like, 3 events that I think I did last episode, or what would have been last episode if it actually saved. And then I got, like, but a good portion of that was just orange wristband events. So now what I need to do is go to another purple wristband event and see what we have for that one. With the amount of points, if I'm getting 210 per race, and I have 230 left, that means I'm going to need, bare minimum, 2 races, and I win a gold wristband. This is going to be kind of exciting. You would think that with all the time I've spent, like 5 days, in-game day and night cycles have gone by of me, like, grinding out, trying to get my popularity level to the highest it can possibly be. Right now it's at 64. I needed to get to maybe before I start doing the gold ones, maybe around 20, because that, maybe a little bit lower, maybe like to 10 or 8, I don't know, like, because if it seems like if I didn't grind, I'd probably be at maybe around 150 at gold. And if that's like the last one, which apparently, according to what I figured out so far, that sort of means that I'm the top of the top in terms of placement in this race tournament for the championship, but I'm not well known. That's like Darius Flinton being like the 250th most popular guy at the event, but yet he's the champion. And the placement where you are in the tournament versus where you stack in the popularity rankings doesn't make sense to me. Like, oh hey, that guy's not interesting whatsoever, but he's winning every race. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So it must be German S-Class. Can I mean, I could upgrade that. Mixed surface, and it must be A-Class.
Eligible for this event, but you have one in your garage that is.
Okay, so I know it's mixed surface. I don't want to necessarily downgrade this, because I've seen... Because this is an A-Class, but it has higher performance than this S-Class one. I don't want to downgrade it, but I definitely need something that is all-wheel drive. I mean, I could not do an all-wheel drive car like I did in one episode. I guess I'll go with the Corrado. We're going back to that thing. I mean, I drove it for my first race in the heat. Now we're using it in the purple wristband event, so I hope it goes well. Okay.
I'm warning you. This is a race for grown-ups, because I don't want to see tears when I whip your ass.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So, this is a mixed surface, point-to-point. And I'm not using all-wheel drive. But I definitely did not want to go buy a new car that was actually better suited for A-Class with all-wheel drive. But I'm doing pretty well. Ooh! This early on and I'm crashed. And I thought I was like, oh, I'm in second and I'm this early on, and then I crashed, and now I'm back in 7th. Oh well. They're not that far ahead, so I can catch up if I need to. I don't know. So let's see here. So, as I said earlier, about me, building my PC, I don't remember the exact name of the case, but, we already have the case. Well, we already bought it. It should be here in a few days, because we went with the cheapest free delivery one. Of course, it takes the longest, but it would be way too much for an early Christmas present to have the next day shipping and whatnot. But the good thing is it came pre-installed with 5 fans, so that's a plus. They're 120mm fans, but actually not bad. Which means, because the way I read the reviews on the thing, it's like, it sounded like it had only 1 intake and 1 outtake fan. But when I looked at the details on the website, it came with 5, so I'm like, well, I don't need these 2 extra fans. And I guess I only needed the one that I was gonna attach to my heatsink for an additional fan for the push-pull stuff, but I should probably stop talking about tech stuff. I'm not tech channel. So I'm not gonna do that kind of stuff, but anyway. So that's happening. Can't wait for it. But, another thing I'm quite interested in is seeing what happens when we reach gold.
Another great result. You're really shaping up.
Anyway, points earned. 20 points for the next wristband. No, we're not gonna go in the Corrado. Okay. We are now on to probably our last purple wristband event required for gold. And then we'll move from there. I want to do one that's close. Somewhere where I don't have that far to travel. Sure, I'll pay 10,000 credits for that.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Okay. After a quick teleportation to an outpost, we only have a very short drive where we need to go. And that's a yellow wristband event. How long ago did I start those from my playthrough? That must have been several months. I don't know.
400 yards. Turn right.
So the day I'm recording this, I'm not going to be able to probably upload it because I have to edit it and all this stuff, and I drove past
When it is safe
that.
to
But,
do so.
and all that stuff.
100 yards.
So that's not going to be done today, so there's no video today. Well, the day that I'm recording this,
You will arrive.
which is the 13th, but there should be something tomorrow on the 14th, I guess. Hopefully, if this one records out.
Gold wristband.
Obviously, you're watching this if that has happened. Must be a Japanese car. A-class.
You can't enter this event.
We have the Subaru.
Select another one from your garage.
Pretty good car. Got that early on. We upgraded it
That car is way too good.
whenever we got the chance to, and that was sort of like my flagship car. Whenever I wanted to race, whenever we were doing non-festival races, like races with other drivers, other festival drivers, we wanted the best car that was typically the best one. I guess I sort of, for a while, had for like maybe a moment or two, my Mustang was, my flagship, because I upgraded that, I think, to be a little bit better than that one at first, but when I realized that the races I was going in needed a better car that was all-wheel drive, I went right to the Subaru.
Imagine the press I'm gonna get knocking out the people's favorite.
Imagine the press I'm gonna get when I knock out the person that everyone else thought was gonna be most likely to beat Darius, however you say his name. I keep getting it mixed up with the name of a character from Mortal Kombat. I played in Mortal Kombat Deception, I think, or was it Armageddon? I don't know. I think you can play as him in both of them. That's what I got mixed up with. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right now, we're in 6th. It's okay. I stopped and crashed into something because I was looking at the thing where it tells you who's in first, and the person in front of you and the person behind you if you're not in last. And it said I was in 7th, but the place thing above it said I was in 6th. I don't know. Anyway, I'm catching up. Wait. Okay. So, of course, there's not really a need for an all-wheel drive car here, but, this is the best Japanese car that I know that I have that is, A-class. It was actually an S-class, but we had to downgrade for the sake of the race. Hopefully we can re-upgrade it, I guess. And hopefully we will get where we need to go. No! I missed... Oh my god. That was a wipeout. Mistakes were made. Ugh. I have to catch up again. See, I like this. I'm not sure what difficulty it's been on. I know I didn't change that. The only thing I know I did change was me having the ability to rewind. Because if I have the ability to do the same race that I did, but re-erase all the mistakes so I have a better chance of winning, sounds like cheating. But if I made mistakes and I want to redo it over, I have to start from start to finish. That way it's fair for everyone else who I'm racing. Because if I have the ability to, like, stop time and do something over and over until I get it right, and no one else does, then that's kind of unfair. So, that's sort of why I disabled that. I'm also apparently getting a little bit more money for or a little bit more credits as a reward for each race that I have that off. So that's kind of a good thing. And I'm on lap 4. One more after this. We are doing pretty good. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm not sure if I want to finish all of the festival races. Like when let's just say if I do make it to the finals, but I haven't beaten all of the gold wristband events because me doing extra purple and gold wristband events and whatnot happens, I think I might go for the championship and then do those ones later because I really want to win. And I'm sort of eager to go right to there when it happens, but I'm not sure. Oh! You crashing into me slowed you down. Prevented you from getting the lead, but I had to back up because I wiped out. Whoo! I was like, I knew right away. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to recover from this. I'm like, nope, I have to back out and turn around. There's no trying to turn right here. I have to back out, then turn. I like, sort of saw that coming. So hopefully we can get through with this. Okay, that was a little bit better on that turn. And I'm getting a quite decent skill chain, I guess. Ooh, I'm at 63 now. And we got ourselves a gold wristband. Off a...
Nice. You really pulled that one out of the bag.
Questions or feedback for me in the comment section down below would be highly appreciated, and I will see you guys later in another video.